Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. My name's RJ and today we got another Valheim video. Now today's video is going to revolve around the plains biome and the different enemies and resources you're going to find out there. Alright, so the plains, even though they look very inviting, are probably the hardest biome here in Valheim. They hold some of the deadliest creatures and it's pretty intense. That being said, you can run into it pretty early and you want to be careful. So with all that considered, you don't want to go into this place until you have at least silver armor and some silver weaponry as well. Once you do head over to the plains, the first enemy you're probably going to find is the deathsquitos. Now if you're newer, these things might seem pretty cute, not that deadly, but they are going to kill you. They hit for about 60 per hit, and yeah, if you're new to the game and you're coming to the plains unprepared, you're going to get straight up one hit by these deathsquitos. They're no joke. That being said, the best way to take care of them is to identify when they're going to charge you and block them. This stalls them in the air for a second and you're able to get a hit on their bodies. Alright, another kind of enemy you're going to find in the plains biome is the lox. Now, the lox are these giant mammoth lizard things that will stomp the ground on you and try and attack you and bite you. Yeah, be careful of these. They got a ton of HP. Their HP pool is huge, so you're just going to want to keep your distance, keep firing arrows into the thing from as far away as possible. Other than that, fighting this guy is just a little bit time consuming, but getting his lox meat is pretty crucial for the new recipes you're going to have. And also the loxhide cape is very useful as well, as you can use it in the mountains as frost resistance while using your padded armor as well. Alright, so now let's talk about the other kind of enemy you're going to find out here, the Fulings. Now these guys are just goblin knockoffs, but they're pretty damn scary, and if you aggro more than 2 or 3 of them when you're solo, you're going to die to these guys. You're going to run into a deathsquito, you run into a lox. It's crazy out here in the plains. You guys want to come here prepared. First couple of times I came to the plains, I died twice trying to fight off these villages, and I kind of learned my lesson. Take my advice and don't die in your own world. That being said, my advice is to get a bow and keep it ranged from these guys and take out as many as you can at a time. You should not aggro more than 2 or 3 of the base Fulings, as they will probably overwhelm you if you're not careful. Speaking of base Fulings, there are different kinds of Fulings. You got the base Fulings, you have the Berserker Fuling, and then you have the Shaman Fulings. Now the Berserker Fulings are kind of interesting as they run up to you and they start hitting the ground over and over and over again, and you need to hit a parry in order to hit them. These guys are pretty intimidating, and to be honest with you, I haven't taken more than 1 of them out at close range. I just use bows in order to take most of the Berserkers out. Same goes for the Shamans. The Shamans, when they recognize you, they activate an area of effect that creates a bubble around all of the people around him. You're going to want to take him out first. He can also shoot fire at you, and this stuff is really deadly out here in the plains. Fire kills you just as quick as poison. Now when you kill these guys, they're going to drop black metal and coins. Now the coins is obviously valuable to go over to Haldor the trader and trade for some stuff. The black metal is what you're going to use to create your new weaponry. The black metal sword, black metal edge tier, or the black metal axe. Now you can also craft the black metal shield, the black metal tower shield, and the black metal knife. Now I started off with the black metal axe as there's no path to upgrade through silver with an axe. That being said, you guys do whatever you want in your world. Now inside these Fuling villages, there's a couple of different farms that you can find. You can find a flax farm and you can find a barley farm. Alright, so let's talk about barley first. Barley is what you're going to use to make fire resistance potions as well as flour, so that you can make the advanced stuff in the cauldron, such as the loxmeat pie or the fish wraps. This is some of the best food in the game you're able to get. Gives you over 200 HP, it's quite incredible. Definitely recommend taking some of this barley home once you get the stuff. That being said, you're going to want to farm this stuff as well. We'll talk about that once we finish talking about flax. Now the flax you can add to the spinning wheel at home, and you can make fine linen thread out of this. You're going to use this linen thread and iron in order to make the padded armor. Best set of armor that we can get in the game now. I love the way this stuff looks. It makes you look like royalty, and I can only imagine what kind of armor sets they're going to be adding in the future. Alright, so like I said, barley and flax are farmable materials. That being said, you can only farm them in the plains. Now there's a couple ways that you can build this farm. The most obvious way is just building a fence around an area in the plains to make sure that none of the enemies get in to attack your crops, and then you're able to farm away. This is useful. The only problem is the deathsquitos in the plains. These things are everywhere, and they're extremely annoying when you're trying to farm, as they hit for quite a bit, so you have to pay attention. There is one way to avoid the deathsquitos, however. I can show you a quick way how to build your farm while keeping the skybox open and keeping the deathsquitos out, so let's get right into that guide right now. Alright, so first things first, you're going to want to find an area where the plains meets another biome. This could be the Black Forest, the swamp. I would not recommend the swamp, or the meadows. I was lucky enough to find an area where the plains met the meadows, and I made the farm right on the edge of that. Alrighty, so this is my portal that I got up right next to my plains farm, and I just built a little hut for it. But this is the plains farm right here, guys. The real annoying part of this area is the deathsquitos. So this system takes care of that for you. You no longer have to worry about the deathsquitos if you have this going, and I will prove that to you right now. Got 2 of them aggroed on me. We're going to block 1 of them, kill them. Alright, now if we run into here, deathsquito, no moro. Deathsquito should no longer be an issue. So his AI can't track me through this. It can't figure out how to get over this wall. And eventually, it just gets annoyed and gives up. There it goes. See that? That's what we're looking to do here. But yeah, I'm going to show you guys how to set this up yourselves. Alright. So here's what you're going to want to do, chat. First things first, you're going to want to build yourself a square. Now, for our purposes, we're just going to build ourselves a corner.
But for your purposes, you're going to want to build yourself a box. Now this could be 2x2, 3x3, as big as mine is, however big you want to do it. That being said, you're going to want to make sure you have enough supports, but not too many supports in order to keep this afloat. See this? This bar is necessary. Now when you get to the corner, what you're going to want to do is take a half piece, snap it to the exact corner of that wall, take a half piece, snap it to the exact corner of that wall, and then you're going to take the long bar, and instead of snapping it out to the side, you hold shift and you move it in just a little bit, and boom. So long as you can see a little bit of wood on this right side, the deathsquito will get trapped here and he won't know what to do. The angle's so crazy that the camera doesn't even know what to do. If you got this and you do it on all 4 corners, just like I showed you, same thing on this side, move it in just a little bit, boom. You do this on all 4 corners and you connect them all together to make a box, and boom, you got yourself a deathsquito proof area. Now sometimes they can get over this first row, so what I did was, as you can see here, I did a second row right above that. All I did was build one of these up, one of these up, grab one of these guys, just go directly off of that, and directly off of that, and then with this straight bar, you're going to want to do the exact same thing. Just take it, move it in just a little bit, and you're good. You shouldn't be able to get through that either. And if you do this on all 4 corners, you're good. You shouldn't be able to get through on you. But yeah, guys, that's going to wrap up how to farm in the plains. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, dropping a like, commenting, subscribing, all that stuff helps out a ton. If you guys enjoyed this Valheim content and you want to watch it live, I stream over at twitch.tv/beardedrj. I'll leave a link down in the description for you guys. Alrighty, I'll see you guys in the next one.